What's up, chums? Sharky here. I apologize if you can hear my fan in the background. It's very hot today. Real quick, before I start with this video, I got something to show you. Hopefully you can see behind me. I've put up some of my paintings and a poster that I have. So today I'm going to be talking about 5 people that really inspire me, both as a person and as an artist. One of the things that I love to do when I draw is listen to music, and I'm sure a lot of people do. One of my favorite artists of all time is Adam Young, who, if you don't know who that is, or at least what he does, maybe not by name, but he is the lead singer, composer of Owl City. Admittedly, the first song I ever heard of his was Fireflies, the one-hit wonder, but after I heard that song, I started going back and listening to his older stuff, and I just fell down a rabbit hole of Owl City songs. I have like every single album, I have a t-shirt. I would love to see him in concert someday, but he like never goes on tour, so I don't know if I'll ever be able to see him live. One of the things that really inspires me about Adam Young is the fact that he really is a true artist. He's not afraid to try new things with his music. He's not afraid of what people think of it, or you know, when people talk, things that they say about him or perceptions that they make about him. He basically does whatever he wants to do. So if he has an idea for a song or an album, he just does it. And I really admire that, because I feel like, you know, especially in today's culture, they will dislike a music artist just because they had like one quote-unquote bad album. When I used to listen to Linkin Park, there's like a few Linkin Park albums that people absolutely hated, and that's fine, but like that doesn't like ruin the band as a whole. And I get really tired of people that stop listening to a band's music just because they didn't like this one album. Music artists are artists. Like, they want to try new things, they want to experiment. But what I love also is that he's not caught up in the fame. He didn't get so caught up in like the media, and like people were talking about him dating Taylor Swift, and like he just doesn't care about all that. Like, he didn't really care about the money and the fame, and he is a Christian like myself, so I think that's also part of the reason why he's not very flamboyant with his popularity. Like, he treats it as just a blessing in his life and an opportunity that he got to have. That's really it. Like, he doesn't get obsessed with pleasing people and coming out with the next best song and all that stuff. That's really inspiring to me. I also love that he has a lot of songs about the ocean and nature and animals, because I love all of those things. So going off of that, my other top favorite music artist is Melanie Martinez, who has gotten pretty popular since like 2016 and the last couple years. I love her music. I have the original album Crybaby and K through 12, and I have some like pins and merch and stuff, and I'm actually wearing one of her shirts right now. It's pink. I don't know if you could tell. Again, like with Adam Young, when she sets out to do something with a meaning and a purpose to her, she just does it, and she doesn't really worry too much about what people are gonna say about it. In fact, she's even written songs about that, like not just trying to live her life and be an artist and do what she wants to do, and ignoring like people that want to make drama out of her. And I guess I could see sometimes like how her talking about sensitive subjects, how that would upset some people. The way that she goes about writing her music and talking about it in interviews, and the way that she like produces her music videos and stuff, it does it in a very like a meaningful way, but like a digestible way. It's not, I mean, it is kind of shocking sometimes, but it's also just like, wow, like that's so true. and I really relate to that. I would also love to see her in concert someday. I almost did. It was at the start of 2020, but unfortunately it got canceled, so I didn't get to go. She's a great artist. I like her music. I like how it's like quirky and weird, but like meaningful and artsy. The next one I want to talk about is RLstein. RLstein is the author of the Goosebumps books and Fear Street, and I think he's done a few other miscellaneous projects, but that's like his most notable works. He's still one of my favorite authors. I grew up with Goosebumps as a kid and Fear Street. I read both of them, and it really led me to get into like horror. Horror is one of my favorite genres of movies and books, and you know, true crime and mystery, and I really get into all of that stuff. But it really started with Goosebumps. Him, and I would also say Tim Jacobus, who does the artwork for the Goosebumps covers. I love that guy's work. I absolutely do. I would love to own one of his pieces of artwork someday. I think that would be amazing. But look up Tim Jacobus if you're interested. He did all of the original Goosebumps book covers, and I think he also did like a few promotional stuff as well for Goosebumps. So yeah, big inspiration art-wise and just writing and horror genre. Number 4 would definitely be Mark Fishbach, aka Markiplier. He has always been an inspiration to me since FNAF 2 came out. He inspired me to start my YouTube channel. Honestly, I probably never would have started YouTube if it wasn't for him. I love horror games. I love watching his playthroughs. I loved his animated series that Lixian did. I just love the man. Like, he's hilarious. I love his work, and I loved Unis Honest when that came out. Markiplier, I really hope to meet him someday. He is just a big inspiration to me, especially in my YouTube channel and making videos and like getting out of my shell and meeting more people. And last but not least is a more recent one for me, Michael Francis. Last summer I posted a video titled I Met 2 Ex-Mob Guys, Not Clickbait. Yeah, so that was actually true. I got to meet him in Dallas at his new Slices Pizza location that he opened up. So, if you don't know who Michael Francis is, he has a YouTube channel on here, and he basically spent the good, like, first half of his life involved in the mob, and his dad was also in the mafia in New York. He grew up in New York. He actually left the mob and lived, and now he uses his story to ministry to people. He goes and does public speaking at prisons and churches and events and all kinds of things. And I have listened to his story and his testimony, and I just think he has just an incredible story, and it really inspires me because it really helps me in my faith, because I think like it, you know, if God could save, you know, an ex-mob guy, like, and bring him out of that situation, like, that there's hope, you know, that God can help me in my life. And I think it's a big inspiration to me in that regard, so faith-wise, but also he's just a really cool guy. He's very nice. He's very, like, down-to-earth, more than you'd think for a mob guy, because you just, you know, you think of the movies and all of that stuff, but it was really a pleasure meeting him, and I listen to his podcast on his YouTube channel and watch his YouTube videos all the time. I've also read a couple of his books as well, but just really incredible story. Definitely check him out if you're interested. This list was honestly kind of hard to make because I don't really have a whole lot of people, especially like public figures or like famous people that I look up to. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.